Namaste students, myself Dr. Swati KS, Assistant Professor, Department of Rashastra and Vaishyakalpana, JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH Women's University, Jaipur. So in the today's session, we can deal regarding the standardization of Ayurvedic formulations. So what is standardization? So standardization is a numerical value or a specific property that quantifies the purity and quality of a drug and formulation. And standardization of drug means confirmation of its identity and determination of its quality and purity. So in that first identity, that is biological source of the drug, quality is nothing but the active constituents and purity is the extent of foreign material. Next, legal notice of the AFI. So, Cosmetic Act 1940 in Chapter 4A. So, formulations included in the Ayurvedic formulary may also be manufactured as per formula given in the various Ayurvedic classics. Standards for the several single drug and plant, animal, and mineral origin included in the pharmacopoeia list of a single drugs included as an appendix to the Ayurvedic formulary have yet to be worked out, and in the manufacture of the medicines included in this formulary, it should be ensured that the Vaidya in charge of the pharmacy has reasonably satisfied himself about the identity and purity of the drugs. So use of substitute drugs, that is pratinidhi travyas, whenever the original drug are not available in permissible and the Ayurvedic classics and practice, and it must however be ensured that only the substitutes as are mentioned in the text or included on the formulary are used. Next, coming to the standardization of the churnas. So, in that, organoleptic evolutions, microscopic evolution, physical analysis, phytochemical analysis, particle size, test for heavy metals and toxins, microbial contamination, test for specific pathogen, test for alpha toxin, pesticide residue, and the shelf life. And in organoleptic evolution, like color, odor, taste, etc. And in microscopic evolution, like physical evolution, that loss of drying at 105 degrees Celsius and total ash, acid insoluble ash, water soluble extractive, pH. And in phytochemical evolution, like qualitative analysis, TLC, HPLC, HPLC, and particle size tuna, that 8 to 120 number mesh, and quarter tuna should be like 40 to 60. It should pass to the 40 to 60 number mesh. Next, in microbial contamination, like total aerobic count, enterobacteria count, total fungal count, this and test for specific pathogen. So E. coli, Salmonella, and Pseudomonas, that is an and all under the in the test for the specific pathogen. In pesticide residue, in that methods like extraction and purification, and organochlorine pesticides, organophosphorus pesticides, and pyrethroids comes under the pesticides. And next, parameters for the standardization of the Asava and Arista, and that Ayurvedic parameters like clear liquid without any froth and pleasant aromatic odor of the alcohol, and it should not have like sour taste and no effervescence sound, and additive sinks to the bottoms, and burning candle burns brightly when placed in or just above the sandana patra. And another one is the organoleptic evolutions, and that in that physical evolutions like pH, specific gravity at the 25 degrees Celsius, and total solids, and alcohol content, reducing sugars, non-reducing sugars, test for methanol, total acidity, chromatography, shelf life, viscosity. Next, parameters for the standardization of the avaliha. So it can be lifted in the spoon as a trickle, and when pressed between the fingers, it shows the threadness when stretched, and sinks in the water without getting easily dissolved, and finger leaves impression on it. These are the Ayurvedic test, and another one like organoleptic and physical parameters and reducing sugars, total sugars, chromatography test for heavy metals, microbial contamination, shelf life, and physical evolutions like loss on drying at 105 degrees Celsius, total ash, acid insoluble ash, pH, specific gravity, total solid contents, fat contents, and next parameters for the standardization of the Vati and Gutika. So in that organoleptic parameters like color, odor, and another one like total sugars and reducing sugars, phytochemical assessment, particle size and identification, the microscopy, HPLC, TLC, test for heavy metals and toxins, microbial contamination, pesticide residues, and next, in physical evolution, like ash value, acid insoluble ash, water insoluble ash, alcohol soluble extractive, pH, volatile oil, melting temperature, loss on drying. Next, pharmaceutical parameters, in that hardness, uniformity in weight, uniformity in diameter, friability test, dissolution time, disintegration time. So fabric test means like how much mechanical stress tablets are able to withstand during their manufacture, distributing, and handling. Hardness test means how much force is needed to break the tablet. Next, in uniformity of the weight means apparatus like analytical balance and tablet which contains less than 10 mg. Uh, and it is not applicable to the tablets which are containing trace elements. Next, parameters for the standardization of Thyla and Krita. So in that organoleptic, like color, odor, etc., and weight per ml, and viscosity, iodine value, saponification value, acid value, rancidity, that is for the fat oxidation. Next, iodine value is nothing but the iodine value of the substance is the weight of the iodine absorbed by 100 part of the weight of the substance, and it is applicable for the liquid substances. In saponification value, there is number of mOH of the KOH required to neutralize the fatty acids resulting from the complete hydrolysis of 1 gram of the oil and the fat. Next, parameters for the standardization of the Arka Kalpana. So in that organoleptic characters and physical parameters like pH, volatile matter, physical gravity, clarity test, sterility test, and the chromatography and shelf life. So this is regarding today's session. And if you have any queries, please do mention in the comment box so that I can resolve it. Thank you.